Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, I'm Michelle Stone.
I'm Jenna Rose.
And we are the Underground Music Collective. We are back for another segment of Fun and Games, the Wine and Whine edition. We are here with the Sugar Fitz.
Hello, hello.
We are so excited to be here. I have seen a little bit of them. Jenna's more familiar with them than I am, but we are so excited to have them on. We love a good female power group, a good female powerhouse. It was just International Women's Day. This will obviously premiere very, very far after that, but it's always Women's Day for us. We want to thank our friends at City Winery for sponsoring us today. In all of our Wine and Whine segments, City Winery is they produce wine. They also are a party segment. They do events, things like that.
And they're very supportive of the musical community here in Nashville.
They've been supportive of all of our things. And today we're actually opening the Mel Rosé, which the girls have requested as their favorite, and also our producer Gerard, which is his birthday today. Again, this will premiere later after that, but that's what we've chosen to open today. Jenna, you want to give them a little synopsis of the rosé and a little bit about it, kind of, while I pour it for the girls?
Yes, this is a gold rosé. It's perfect for a warm summer evening, ripe with bright notes, strawberry and yuzu on the nose. This is light and refreshing, and one to stock up on.
Yeah. So, guys, we while we're getting in and we're getting settled in, getting our wine poured, you ladies want to go ahead and introduce yourselves by name, and tell us a little bit, and also we can all cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers to having the ladies in the studio.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So,
Cheers right now.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
For ladies in the studio.
All right, put mine a little more heavy.
Well, we are Sugar Fitz. My name is Brianna, a.k.a. Rage. I had to think about it for a minute.
I know. My name is Carrie, and a.k.a. Scary. We have nicknames for each
Why
other.
the nicknames? I have to know.
Well, we kind of, we both have had solo careers, and we wanted kind of to have like alter egos in this particular project because it's so different than what we've done before.
Yeah.
Scary and Rage. My last name is Sage, so Rage.
Oh,
and
that's freaking awesome.
Scary.
I wish I had some
Scary.
sage for this. I usually have sage and my tarot cards on me. But
Oh.
So tell us like a little bit how Sugar Fitz came to be. You guys mentioned you have both separate careers and you kind of came together. By the way, love the crimped hair.
Thank you.
Tell everyone a little bit about the history of Sugar Fitz, the name of it, how you guys came together. Let's inform people.
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I think, Sugar Fitz the story is really cool. Brianna and I have known each other. We're besties. Right?
Yes.
Best way to make music. I love how she was like,
I don't know.
She's like, besties, friends, not
I mean, before the music started,
Yes,
yes.
the besties.
After, I don't know.
But we actually went to, kind of not rock and roll, but we went to, I don't know, yoga's rock and roll. We went to this yoga creative class, and it was all about sort of like just tapping into your inner creativity of whatever it is, and not, again, we both had our solo careers. We have our solo careers.
So at this point, you were solo. At this point,
Yes.
And I had done some backup singing for her, so we had already like sang together and knew that
So you
kind of.
kind of created. You were a little familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, but we came out of this class, and the whole class was about like not caring. Like we're always just, as musicians, sometimes you're like, you got to stay in this box, or you got to write this song, and you got to be this brand, and you got to be whatever. So honestly, we were like, we're just not gonna think about it that much, and we.
Create.
We're just gonna create for fun. Like we just want to have fun.
Girls just wanna have fun.
But so we got into a room and we literally love rosé.
We drank a bottle of rosé.
I love how she before she even hinted, but that's like finishing your sentence without saying words.
Yes,
Like she was like, we got in the studio
and
she and then we drank some wine.
No, we did.
Yeah, we drank some wine and we ended up writing probably about like 8 to 9 tunes, but we polished. We only have certain ones polished, but the cool thing is like what happened is we sort of laid it to rest because we all had our different things going on, and then the pandemic hit, and that's when we were like, all right.
Yeah, we were kind of,
we were
stuck at
quarantined
home
together,
and we kind of just were like. She had been touring for her solo stuff a ton, so we hadn't really been able to do the project so much and get the band together. And then when the pandemic hit, she was stuck at home, and I was stuck at home. So we were like, let's revisit this project and this band and like go back at it. And I have a good friend and producer, Alex Deason, out in LA.
Shout out.
Shout out. Who's amazing. And he had a band called the Damwells for many years. He's in this band called Broken Baby that's awesome. And I'd always had like this vision of like, okay, when we do Sugar Fitz, like this is the person that's going to produce it. So we'd reach out to him. He was like, yeah, let's do this. So we literally like started working with him. He was building the tracks in his studio in LA. We were in our like the first song that we wrote that we put out with him. We sang the vocals on iPhone, and that was like supposed to be scratch vocals just for him to like build the track around. And then he was like, I think these are great. We should just
like,
roll
I like
with
them.
it.
No, sometimes that's the best thing, like a voice memo. I know there's an artist I follow, I forgot his last name. His name is Jacob, but he's like a big artist now that works with a lot of people. He posts a lot of voice memo notes things because it's like once you hit something so right.
Sometimes in the moment,
it's hard to
that's
duplicate
where
it.
Sure.
Yeah. And we were like, really? Because I mean, maybe I should go in and do that voice memo a little better. But he
and
was like,
and at that point, like it was the thick of the pandemic, so we actually couldn't go anywhere to really to do any vocals.
So that was kind of like, so really
So-
COVID is kind of the credit to it.
Yeah.
And isn't that crazy how we've been kind of going through, which all of us, there's no one alive right now that can be like, I've experienced this.
Right.
Like we're all going through this together and
Yeah.
learning. And it seems more often than not, because me and Jenna, we've interviewed so many artists post the pandemic happening, and every single one of them seemed to have the thing. The pandemic gave me my ability to put this together. So isn't that crazy how something bad can also lead to good? That says a lot about life, I feel like, that we should really take note that, like, obviously the storm comes before the rainbow kind of situation.
Yeah.
So what about your name,
And we are
Sugar
rainbow.
Fitz? How did you form Sugar Fitz?
Sugar Fitz.
Because when I think Sugar Fitz, I think of having, like, sugar episodes, because I'm manic.
That's really
we're all a little bit
kind of where it came from. We were like, I think it was actually my boyfriend that came up with the original name.
Shout out.
But Mikey Streets. But we really wanted like that feeling of when you eat too much sugar and you're having a fit, you know.
That's
like
what you want your music to be.
Yeah, that's what we wanted the music to
The same
feel like.
euphoria.
Yeah,
Exactly.
is that euphoria, but also like angst and like you're like a kid just crying on the floor because they ate too much sugar, but also like laughing. You know,
And you're like, I'm done, but you're not.
yeah,
You're not
exactly.
done.
So that's what we wanted our music to feel like, and so it just fit really well. And then
It's
it's
like
also
a release.
It's also
Yeah.
We could also see it like, like just it's a cool like Sugar Fitz, and then we decided to do the FITZ with like the umlauts.
Oh, yeah. That's like
To
the
make it a
Bratz,
little bit,
Bratz hack.
It's 80s.
Yeah.
It's
That's how
80s.
how it goes in the 80s.
And that's what this was really this band was inspired by, was like that time in the 80s. That's just like fun and color and candy and
Great. I have so much respect for people that can go without sugar. I have a friend right now who's in Bali, which shout out to Bali. My sister's in Bali. I've been feeling a calling to you guys. Most of them go without sugar.
Wow.
And I can't even, like, they're so healthy. I mean, to the fact where, like, I admire it, but I'm like, that to be able to go without sugar, for those of you that are watching this, you're like, oh, I can't relate because I go with it. I admire you. Like, that's so hard. Because
Well, that's
sugar,
not
much
what
like
we're
your
doing
music,
here.
is addictive, right? Like, that's the thing, is sugar is addicting, you know? Like, not that your music's bad for you. Now I'm going too far into the metaphor.
And now we are addicted.
And now you are addictive. Anyway,
That's right.
listen to us.
Our
So,
music.
so tell us also what you're working on. You guys, I really don't. I've listened to you a little bit and kind of got a feel for it, but kind of go into detail. Tell everyone what you're working on.
Well, a lot of it's brand
everything.
new, so there isn't a lot out there to be familiar with yet, but it's coming.
Are you working on an EP? Are you working on an LP? Are you working on like singles?
Right
Like,
now
what's
we're
your
putting out singles? Like that's kind of like our
Singles?
thing. But I mean, eventually maybe an EP. Like, but we just put out. You should have seen his apartment in the beginning of February.
Yeah. That's
which
our
are
new single.
Our latest single, and then we are in hopes of doing one very soon with another video. But the cool thing about You Should Have Seen His Apartment is we did a video to tie into it as well.
What was his apartment like?
You have to.
You'll have
Well,
to
watch
find
the
out.
video because we kind of spun it on, like, you think of like, oh, they're gonna show his amazing apartment when really.
Yeah.
That's how you think music
You
videos
know.
are gonna go. You're like, this has nothing to do with the song.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I
It
watching?
relates to the song
It
for
does.
sure.
Yeah.
Does it
Well,
really?
This one does, yeah.
The song was written kind of originally as like a classic gold digger, but the kind of scene of like, I don't care, like I'm gonna just like use him, and he has all this money
Yeah,
and all
it's woman
takes me on
power.
these trips and whatever. And then when we did the video, we were just like, let's kind of spin this on its head, and so you have to kind of watch it.
Well,
It's
then
like-
to back onto that, then what makes you feel most empowered as women? Like, we'll start with you. What makes you feel, Carrie? What makes you feel most empowered as a woman? Because, like, I guess for me, something I'll say, I'll go ahead and answer my question. It might help you guys kind of get in the about. With me, heels. I know it's a simple thing. Not that I'm so in touch with my feminine nature. Like, obviously, my monthly makes me feel like a woman, you know, all of those kind of obvious biological things.
For sure.
But besides the biology of being a woman that we all grow through, what is, like, a material, I guess, that makes you feel like a woman? For me, it's heels. Like, that's why, like, I'll wear heels in certain places. And Michelle, like, oh, my God, you're overdressed. And, like, dude, when I'm in heels, I feel powerful.
Yeah.
I'm a woman. I am taking charge. This is me. So what about you guys? Like...
Man, I mean, I would
like
say
eyeliner, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of material things that definitely make me feel empowered, but I don't know, like, definitely like a kick, I'm going to say ass, is that okay? Sorry. A kick-ass outfit. Like, we have the power to, like, have this, like even, it's kind of similar to heels, but, like, we have the power to, like, dress up and just be like...
Do you have a favorite outfit that you wear that, like, you look in your closet and you're like, this is not something I wear often, but this is the one I'm going to wear?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple. I definitely have, like, this, you know, that, like, sparkly coat thing that I always wear?
I love she turned to her,
every
like,
time I wear it. Yeah, like, every time I wear it, it's kind of 80s. I feel like it's very, like, when I could be, like, slumming it, just got out of, like, I don't know, like, yoga or something, but I could put it on and be like, all right, where are we going?
And it, like, makes you
gonna
feel
meet?
good. Yes. What about you?
The first thing that comes to mind is lipstick. Like,
and did you? Oh my God! You want to know
wears
a
it
little short fact? I'm sure you know this, but I don't know if you know. So lipstick, back in the day when it was first invented, it was a sign that a woman gave a good blowjob.
Really?
And it was a big sign. So if you wore red lipstick, it was shown. So I love how women have turned that around to, like, this is our power. And if we wear lipstick, that means that most likely I will crush you and your entire civilization. If I'm wearing red lipstick, you better fear me.
I'll give you a really
You better
blowjob.
fear me. I won't give you a good. Well, I will that too, but I'll
or you'll
destroy
be lucky if
you.
you get one.
Yeah, you'll be lucky if I let you even kiss my feet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What about you, Jenna? What makes you feel more empowered?
You know, I think that, like, it depends on the day. So sometimes it's the outfit. Sometimes it's makeup. It's just being able to kind of express myself through, whether that's hair or makeup or outfit or whatever. We do get to have all these options. Like, please, guys, do express yourselves in the same way. Play with makeup and
Wear
hair
makeup,
and outfits.
yeah.
But it's been a long time more acceptable for us to do it, and so we're lucky in that sense that we get to just freely express ourselves with all these paints and fun fabrics, and you know,
and also just our bodies. Like, think about it. Even if you're not wearing makeup, there's a lot of people that don't, which you don't have to wear makeup to be a woman, you know.
No.
But, like, even just, like, being in a woman's body is just feeling, you know.
Yeah.
That should make you feel
I feel like
empowered.
because
we have these
curves.
We have these we have these
things,
beautiful
you know?
vessels, and also I feel like, you know, I've experienced this my whole life, and it's people telling me, oh, Michelle, you're doing too much, or Michelle, you're overdressed, or Michelle, we're not dressing like that today. And I feel like as a woman, that is, like, the opposite of what you want to hear, because we have came so far in things that we have done. It's like, look, if I want to overdress and I want to wear heels at this event that definitely is not meant for heels, I'm going to do that, because that's what makes me feel beautiful, and that's what makes me feel strong, and that's what makes me feel empowered. So I feel like, kind of backing off what all you guys said, the one thing to never tell a woman is, like, you're overdressed, or this is too much, or it's like, because as women, that's our thing. Like, we want to be overdressed. We want to be seen. We want to be heard, especially being performers, both you know, being in a band and obviously starting out and getting your thing. Like, you want people to look at you and be like, oh my God, I love that. It makes you feel so empowered as a woman. I feel like that's so important. Like, that's a big thing for us.
Absolutely.
And it's not wrong to say that we're not materialistic in that way. That's just...
It's just fun.
It's
fun,
fun.
and we might as well get to use it.
Yeah,
Like,
we're humans. We're here on Earth.
Exactly.
Like,
I dyed my hair pink today. You know why? Because I'm a sugar fitty girl.
Yeah.
You're a sugar fitty girl.
Yeah.
Damn right. So
Have it fit.
Actually, like, I was like, Jenna has her red in.
All the colors. Bring all the colors in all the time.
So what do you you guys, so, like, what do you do in your personal life? Like, kind of, you know, we kind of went over your musical, but you guys joining a band, you're best friends, obviously. What's your personal lives like? Like, what would you say you do on a daily basis that's not music related?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't want to share, you
so
know.
I am, I'm a project manager for a psychic / oracle card expert.
Ooh.
I've recently got into tarot reading, and I
Yeah.
will say this. So I've always been into that, but tarot reading is one of those things, the spiritual realm. Spirits can be very deceptive. So unless you know what you're doing, it's best that you don't mess around with those things. So I've been very careful into getting into it. But something I've realized is tarot reading is like therapy with the universe. And every time I do it, like the past few
good way to
times,
do
I
it.
actually did this morning before I came in and asked questions about tonight's segment. And the answers that it gave me, I was like, okay, you're good. Okay, you're good. Like, this is not what
You're
I
good,
always
universe.
expected you to say,
Yeah.
but you were so
the universe
right.
knows, though. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It was like a perspective that I was like,
Listen.
and now I'm addicted. Now every morning I'm like, okay, I've got before I leave this dang house, I'm gonna have to do my tarot reading because
Yeah.
I need to know what I'm expecting today. It's like sitting down with the universe and being like, all right, let's talk.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like.
Yeah.
So tell me about
Absolutely.
that. How is
Yeah,
that?
it's
Like,
amazing. She's incredible. She's put out 12 best-selling oracle card decks, and she does.
What's her
readings.
name if you don't?
Colette Barron Reed is her name.
Oh wow, I
And,
should look into that.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Different
and
oracles, like animal oracles, and so
Yeah.
all the type
Beautiful
of
artwork,
oracle
too.
decks.
beautiful
Yeah.
artwork.
Really.
Yeah, and
She paints
she's,
them. Or?
She doesn't do the artwork herself, but she has an artist that she works with,
artist.
an illustrator, for all her decks. But yeah, she's amazing to work for. There's just sometimes we laugh because we'll be like on a call and we'll be like, well, what crystal should we put in this box, and what, oh, we could put sage, and like we're like going through all this stuff, and then we're like, this is hilarious. So this is our job.
And your last name is Sage.
I know.
That's
I'm
like,
Sage, I know.
how is that? So
I'm like, my
obviously,
whole life has been preparing me for this
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
that's obviously a call from the universe, is it not? I
Yeah.
mean, you're working for an oracle and your last name is Sage.
Yeah.
How do you feel that has influenced you as a musician?
Ooh, I don't know. I think,
Because spirit obviously is speaking to you.
yeah, I think that it's influenced me in the way of listening to the universe and not. I think it's a balance of goals and letting life just happen.
Understand the validity of it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, like living in the moment and also like going for
Yeah.
goals. Like that's always a balance that everybody I think
It's a
struggles
hard
with.
balance. Yeah,
And
it's a hard
like,
balance to
oh,
strike.
I need to make this happen, but then it's like, oh no, wait, life has a different plan for you, and just being okay with both and being like, in the
Yeah.
moment.
That's
the-
so beautiful because
yeah.
I've heard this saying that it's you can never lose what's meant for you.
yeah.
And that's something that I try to remind myself because there's so many things that I've lost that I felt like were meant for me. And I try to remind myself, like, no, what is meant for you, you cannot lose. It's always in your path, no matter what. And that's something I feel like the universe constantly promises us that we don't realize,
Yeah.
that it is always going to be there for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you? What do you do besides? What is your normal kind of life?
Man, it's never normal. Never.
Scary does not have a
I
normal
don't
life.
have a scary. Yeah.
I love how you identify her by her
whole lot
nickname.
of-
Yeah.
Scary does not. Scary does not
Kind of
have
normal,
your
but not really, but like kind of.
Sometimes
I
normal.
mean, I do a lot of different things. I do teach yoga.
Let me hear more
So-
about that. I need to know because I'm a yogi myself. What's your
Oh.
favorite position?
My favorite. You're really asking me.
Madam, if you say downward dog,
let's
we are into
turn
another
this
talk here.
Off now and fade to black.
And this is.
My favorite posture. God, I mean, there's so many, but I would have to say I really like. It's called fixed firm. I know you're basically down on your shins and and a lot of people can't go all the way down, but you're bending in the knees, and I would show it, but it's
laying back.
Yeah, you're laying and you lay back and you kind of open up. It's a really beautiful like heart opener.
Sounds like a lotus.
back bend. Yeah, like it's lotus in a sense like your legs are kind of like they're locked, but also you have a lot of opening in the front of the chest.
I'm gonna
So it
need to
just
do some
feels so
yoga
good.
with you. I love the
Yeah.
child's pose because like
I mean, child's pose is every.
it's literally
that
just
is
like,
awesome.
and
Yeah.
I
Yes.
die here.
Yeah, yeah.
Good night.
But yeah, other than that, I teach voice lessons as well. So especially the
Oh.
pandemic, that's helped like through that or through this. Yeah, it's still going on, but I'm teaching a lot of voice lessons. So I've gained a lot more clients and
Really?
yeah.
People so like normal. When you say voice lessons, you mean like
So I've been doing I've been doing online. Well, in the beginning of the pandemic, I actually opened up for not in the beginning, but like whenever they were like, okay, we're gonna start opening up a little bit. I started doing in person, then I actually got COVID, so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that for right now. And then I have been doing online ever since. And then I'll do
That's so cool.
kind of one-off, like, in person.
Must be able to
so-
help. I see Jenna over there wants to say something.
Well, and you've been on the road a lot,
Yeah.
like, just most of the time almost.
Yeah.
And so now for this year, clearly everything changed for you. And
Yeah.
so, like, how has that affected your music beyond just, Sugar Fitz obviously is being developed because of that.
Yeah.
But how else has that influenced your musical,
Yeah.
like, life?
For sure, 2020 was like a complete cancel, right, for all for my solo artist stuff, and so now it's actually kind of been cool to it's shown me the whole online thing. Like, I've been doing tons of Zoom stuff. I want to do more. We want to do more like Sugar Fit Zoom stuff too, but like I've just been learning all about that, like how to market yourself online. Like, it's like all about that now. So, and how to make money doing that, like merch and Patreon and all these things, like looking into all these ways to be creative, and almost like, you can't just do the normal, right? You gotta like think creatively and do something different.
And I hate the term
And-
normal and creating the new normal. I'm like, you guys,
Yeah.
we're on this spinning ball in the middle of
Yeah.
outer space. Stop trying to define what you think normal is.
Right.
Nothing's
okay.
normal.
Nothing
Yeah.
is normal. We've just been
Yes.
doing this.
Yeah.
While we're talking to you, Jenna, you want to go ahead and open our last bottle of wine.
Yeah,
So me and Jenna,
yeah.
this is
we
what we
chug
call a
this?
miscellaneous. Once again, we want to thank our friends at City Winery for sponsoring this with the Sugar Fit. City Winery is a venue. It is a entertainment place. They also produce wine. City Winery does everything you can eat there and whatnot. They've been super supportive of everything we do. So we want to introduce the new bottle that they gave us. It's, what is it, Jenna? Grenache?
Yes.
It's Grenache.
Do we know where the wine opener
We
is?
don't have the definition of what Grenache is.
We don't have the description, the wine description.
Yeah, we don't have the wine
I have
description
a
of what
feeling it's going to be
Grenache
delicious.
is.
I'm going to see if I can find the opener. Did we open it, the last one out there?
I think we might. Oh, there it is, right there on our studio
Grenache
thing.
is usually a Spanish wine.
Yeah, so they haven't given us a description yet, so we don't want to go too into detail, but we don't really know that this is a miscellaneous wine that they've given us to test. This is something that is new that they have told us that they
poison.
just added to
I'm up
the
for it.
to the bill. So this is new for us. But yeah, so Jenna's gonna pop that open and pour it. While we're kind of talking about that too, I want to ask you ladies. So something that's similar. We are. So something that's similar between you guys and me and Jenna is it's two women that are working together. So me and Jenna, we're in business with this. We're starting our own business. We're best friends, but we're also business partners, kind of like you guys. And as you guys know, being in that with another woman, it's great. But also there's a lot of things where it's like, I will literally tear your head off kind of moments that you have. So I want to know, what's your favorite thing about working with each other? Like, you choose to work with this person, because me and Jenna, we could work with anybody, obviously, and we have chosen
Yeah.
we're doing this together. So, something I'll go and start off. Something I find about Jenna that I love is she's parts of me that I feel like I'm missing sometimes, which is
Yeah.
the super
100%.
sympathetic, super part. We both have parts of each other that we're missing, and I think that's what I love about her. Is I'm like, this is what I'm missing in you, and she's like, that's what I'm missing in you, and that's why we work so well together. And we have built that. We've went from, oh my God, you're awesome, I like you, you're my friend, to holy shit, you're too much like me, I'm gonna tear your head off, to now where we're at like, okay,
Yeah.
we're literally so close that like at this point nothing could break us, and we just want to keep building together. So we want to know, what is something you guys love about each other, and what keeps you motivated to continue working side by side as two females in the industry? Because working with females, we all know, female on female, you're either two lionesses by each other or you're two hyenas.
That's right.
And that literally, you can look at any female relationship, and that's how it is, because females are such powerhouses that we're very individualistic. So yeah, without me continuing to freaking talk your head off.
I think it's similar for us. I think we complement each other really well. I mean, even vocally, when we first started singing together, it just clicked in that sense of like, she has a lower, deeper register, I have a higher, more airy register, but we are very in sync when we sing. And that was like the first thing that really, I think we were
That we
like,
recognized.
whoa, that we
Yeah.
recognized. Because
Before we were even friends.
before we were
right?
friends, we did a writing session together. I think that's kind of like how we really first became friends. And we sang together, and we were like, whoa, this really works really well together. And then we started spending time together and finding, we both lived in New York for over 10 years and didn't know each other, but played at the same bars with the same musicians. And we met when we moved here through a mutual friend, and we had a lot of similar life stories and similar kind of things, and so I think that's one of the things is the complementing each other. I think another one of them is the mutual respect that you have for each other, and
It's huge,
and just like respect for your time, respect for your what you have to offer, what we have to offer each other. So
On a business perspective, is that because like creating is one thing, but like on a business perspective, how do you say you guys work together in terms of like scheduling and
Well, I'm the organized one. I love.
What do you mean?
I
don't know what you're talking about.
And she's the. I need you to do something, and she does it.
Yeah.
We
so
work
that's
really well.
that's kind of like me and her are the same way. Like it's a kind of a humble thing too, because it's like in order to work with another female, because I feel like, and we can only say this as females, guys. This is all female perspective. You want to be the leader. At least for me, I'm the person where I'm like, I want to be the leader in things, and it's important if you're two females working together that you have that balance of like, okay, well, I'm fine with her. Like me and Jenna, for example, when it comes to this, I do a lot of things. When it comes to our business, she does a lot of things. So we have like a balance of like and we kind of balance that, and we both are humble enough to be like, okay, what you said matters. I'm going to do this now. And what you said, and that's like, so I think that's beautiful, and that's something that like as females we need to do more, because God, we live in like a competing world, and I've never understood it, like the competition between females, and I'm like, dude.
No.
Like, we need to like, you realize how long we've been oppressed? Like, we need to not that we're, like, taking down men or anything. Like, I think men should be we all should be equal. But especially as females, just like men. Men are bros, and they team up. Like, we all need to not compete with each other. So I think that's important to learn from female duos like this that make music together, they create. Like, that's definitely something to learn from.
Yeah.
And, it's a quality that every person needs to do. To stop dividing females. That includes in the media. Like, I see so much stuff where they're like, oh, this female is fighting. I'm like, you guys just live to divide women.
For sure.
And, like, make it look like we're just constantly arguing.
Yeah. And it's like anything. Like, women are different, right? We just, like, we're more emotional. We have all our, we've got all those, like, crazy feelings. So, like, it's going to be tough to be in a band with a
like
woman.
Crazy. And that's the only way to explain it is, like, crazy feelings, like,
but
legit.
I think Brianna and I found each other a little bit later in life. Not that we're old, but we also like went through this very similar childhood too, like just moving everywhere, and we both were solo artists in New York City, which was tough. And I think we both, again, it's the respect thing, and also she's like my soul sister. Like we just like get each other. We are really, really weird with each other, and I can be as weird, like the weirdest. I can be really weird. And when I do it in front of Brianna, she just goes,
She accepts it.
yeah. She's like, I get you.
It's like farting in front of someone.
And then we're like, okay.
Yeah, like I was like, I can literally do anything in front of this chick. That's why it's comfortable to do something kind of crazy like this.
And it makes you feel
And, like,
better too, especially if you're a female.
That's
So
true.
while we're winding down, we have only a few minutes left before it's time for their performance, which I can't wait to see. I do have to know, where did you get your earrings, Carrie? Like, I see them and I'm like,
Yeah, those are really great earrings.
Thanks. Actually, so
she got
I
these
got
too.
this
yeah, oh wow, I
year,
didn't even see. So where did you guys get those?
So
I have to
these
know.
are actually like
Etsy?
we had a photo shoot, and I was like, I want some like really cool, fun '80s funky, weird earrings. And so I honestly, I think I got them off of, I hate to say it, but Amazon. But like I was looking, it's from a company that does just like funky, weird '80s earrings. Like I literally looked up '80s style earrings.
I love it.
And I got these,
those are
and then I was gonna get a bunch of other. They have some like red lip ones, and I know.
All right, ladies. Well,
purchase.
so we're getting down to the wire. We talked about your music. We talked about what you guys are expect. We're ready to see you perform. We talked about what it means to be a woman. even more stuff. So we want to go ahead and let the Sugar Fitz do what they do best, which is perform for us. So we're gonna get on out of here and let them do that. Once again, I'm Michelle Stone.
I'm Jenna Rose.
We are the Underground Music Collective, and without further ado, we present to you the Sugar Fitz.
Hey guys, we are Sugar Fitz, and this song is called You Should Have Seen His Apartment. Yeah! I've been working, I've been slaving for Dom Perignon at the end of the day. so sue me. My friends really hate you, like they wanna punch you, but I tell them you're not as bad as you seem. But they don't believe me, they don't believe a thing. They say I'm only into all of the material things. But yeah, should have seen his apartment. If you took a ride in his car, then you would see sometimes you gotta use him up. May not like him, but I sure like his stuff. Yeah, should have seen his apartment. Yeah. Fly me to Petty, take me to Capri, one country at the end of the week. Oh, merci, I've been using him, I'm abusing him, 'cause I'm tired of love, so he's buying my love. Do I feel bad? Yeah, I feel bad, but I'm bad. They say money don't buy happiness, as lately I'd just rather be sad. Alright. 'Cause should have seen his apartment. If took a ride in his car, then you would see sometimes you gotta use him up. May not like him, but I sure like his stuff. Yeah, should have seen his apartment. Yeah. Come on, CJ. I like his king bed with 10,000 counts of thread, and God and his chandelier hanging over that 10-foot mirror, and his handsome doorman Neil, who likes me in every type of hue. So all of you haters, just go away, 'cause should have seen his apartment. If took a ride in his car, then you would see sometimes you gotta use him up. May not like him, but I sure like his stuff. Yeah, should have seen his apartment. If took a ride in his car, then you would see sometimes you gotta use him up. May not like him, but I sure like his stuff. Yeah, should have seen his apartment. I need some wine. Cheers.
One thought we had before the next song would just be like, oh, by the way, this is our guitarist,
Oh, do we want to send her?
No, he doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name.
We'll let him know just
found this
so
guy
our watchers
outside.
don't.
Totally.
No, I know. Okay, yeah.
We just found him outside.
We just found it. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. So this song is called "Scaredy Cat," and by the way, this is CJ. He plays guitar for us. Take it away, CJ. I'm just a scaredy cat living under a big hat. Ooh. You say, here, kitty, kitty, come, dangle the string, I run to you. So don't tease, don't feed me, I'll be clawing at your door, 'cause I quit your catnip, I don't want it anymore. So stay, 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 stay away. Ooh. Stay, 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 stay away. Ooh. Stay, 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 stay away. Ah! Rolling, tumbling, yeah, we were something between those sheets, yeah. Now when I run into you, I try to play cool. Ooh. hostile. So stay, 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 stay away. Stay, 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 stay away. Stay, 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 stay away. Stay away. She's my rock star. Stay away. I blocked your number. Stay away. I unfollowed you. Stay away. As soon as it went through, and now I wanted you. Yeah, what you got? Stay, 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 stay away.
All right, this is our final song. It's the first single we put out last year. It is called Skin Sparks, and it goes something like this.
Go get you a guitar.
Oh shoot, I'm supposed to play on this.
It's alright.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! Here we are on the 4th of July. I'm not interested in looking at the sky, no. You're the only one that makes me, ooh, ah, boy, you drive me crazy. No need for fireworks to light up the dark. And all I want is, hey, your skin sparks. Skin sparks. Your skin sparks. Skin sparks. People get jealous when they see you touching me. You got some crazy kind of electricity. You're a fresh open soda pop. My lips tingle after every drop. You're the vulture stopping charging at my heart. And all I want is, hey, your skin sparks. Your skin sparks. Your skin sparks. Skin sparks. Lightning, fancy shoes, a disco ball, lighter, igniter, a fire truck, a cigarette, no diamonds, no talking, no bullshit.